Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. We are less than 2 weeks away from kicking things off against Virginia. I'm fired up. I'm excited. I'm ready to start talking about some football, but right now we got to talk recruiting because we've got a big one coming up tomorrow night. Five-star edge rusher Jordan Ross will be making his decision. You can see there on the screen, Final Four of Florida, Tennessee, Texas, and Alabama. We're going to be streaming that live tomorrow night, 7:15 p.m. Eastern time, right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. Come hang out. We will take you all the way up to the decision. Because of that, we're moving the NCAA stream to Tuesday night, and then we'll be live Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, as we always are right now during the season. But again, Final Four, Florida, Tennessee, Texas, and Alabama. There was a lot of buzz about Auburn the last few weeks, but it's interesting not seeing them in the Final Four. And I made a video on that towards the end of last week, talking about how Jordan Ross, was he trending to Tennessee because Auburn not listed in this Final Four. But I've got some concerns about Auburn, and we're going to get into that a little later in the video. We've talked about this crazy recruitment of Jordan Ross, the last month or so, just kind of being all over the place. The drama on Twitter, rumors of Florida being out of his recruitment. Ross responds to that with a thumbs down. May commit now, could be later, could be signing day, could be silent. I think those Florida rumors were true. It appears to me that they didn't want to sit back and wait on Jordan Ross to make a decision. They were, afraid that he would ultimately choose Tennessee or Texas, Alabama, whoever. Florida didn't want to wait around, so they already went and targeted some other guys. So I think they are out of this thing. Going into the weekend, everything was about Jordan Ross trending to Tennessee. Steve Wiltfong said just 3 days ago, Tennessee is the one to beat, and they have been for quite some time. Florida and Ross appear to have gone their separate ways. He loves where the Tennessee program is out, and he also loves their fan base. But again, there's a little something out there that makes me a little nervous going into decision day. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. But as always, you guys know what to do. Smash the thumbs up just below the video. It's quick, free, easy, all that YouTube stuff. If it's your first time here, make sure you subscribe, click the bell for notifications so you don't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. But I want to also let you guys know we're going to be giving away one of these hats from SoNashville.com. You guys ask me every day where I got this hat, so I reached out to them. They want to give one of these hats to you guys. All you got to do to be entered to win is hit the join button down below. $1 a month. You give $1 a month to this channel. We're going to enter you into a drawing. The more you give, the more names times your name will be entered into the raffle. You join at the Talkin VAWLS Elite level, your name will be entered into the raffle 10 times. So again, hit the join button, and it's not just about the hat. You get access to custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun perks and benefits, and you support this channel, we would greatly appreciate it. But if not, that's perfectly fine. You can come hang out and talk Tennessee football for free. But let's jump into it. Let's talk a little bit about recruiting before we kind of jump back into Jordan Ross here. And a lot of you guys have been commenting and saying that you are concerned about this class of 2024. I pointed out that Tennessee currently ranked 9th in the country, according to On3. But if you look at the SEC rankings right here, Tennessee ranked 6th in the SEC. So even though you're 9th in the country, you are 6th in the SEC. One of you guys put in the comments, that is not good enough. And I agree. 6th in the SEC is not good enough, but we've got a long way to go until signing day. Some question marks there around recruiting. We can get into that and talk about it as well. Did a lot of that on the Camarion Franklin live stream that we did. But yeah, I get it. I understand the concerns. And that's why, to me, I feel like Jordan Ross is a must get. He is a guy that we must land. We've seen, over and over and over recently where Tennessee seems to be leading, trending all the way up until the final hour, and then they fall off. Why is that? They've got to get Jordan Ross in the boat. I think he's crucial. And I made a video late last week that kind of showed a blueprint to how Tennessee can still end up with that top 5 class. A guy like Chris Cole, right, in it with Tennessee and Georgia, going to take an official visit to Tennessee the day before he makes his decision. That doesn't tell me that he's a Georgia lock. That tells me that he is open to seeing what Tennessee has to offer. Jordan Seaton, 4-star offensive tackle, another guy Tennessee very much in it with. Cam Michael, Danny Okoye, trying to flip Cam Fountain. Tennessee has some targets out there. We've got a long way till signing day, so be patient. But I think we need to kick things off with Jordan Ross tomorrow night. And again, you see the profile on the screen, 6'4.5", 215 pounds, out of Alabama. He's a 5-star prospect at 247 Sports, 4-star according to the industry rankings. But again, you look at that national ranking. I think they have 32 5 stars, Jordan Ross just outside that, ranked 34th according to the industry rankings. Top 5 edge rusher, just a baller, a playmaker. And to go back to the Kamarion Franklin video and film breakdowns, everything that we've done, Coach Jay has said all along that if you lined up Kamarion Franklin, Williams Nwaneri, and Jordan Ross, he liked the tape for Jordan Ross the most. So you can go back in history and look at that. He reiterated that again during the Kamarion Franklin live stream. So let's talk about the scouting report for Jordan Ross. I don't think I've ever gone through the On3 scouting report, but let's take a look at it here. Let me get that pulled up on the screen here just a moment. Take a look at it. Scouting report, boom, right there. Edge defender who plays with his hand in the dirt and in a two-point stance with a prototypical body type and motor that allows him to harass offenses all game long. Measures in at 6'4.5", 215 with a 6'8" wingspan. Guys like the length. I like the speed. You see here, ran an impressive 4.68 electronically timed 40-yard dash with a 30-inch vertical and a 4.49 short shuttle during spring camp circuit prior to his senior season. One of the plays that sticks out to me on the Jordan Ross film breakdown that Coach Jay did, and if you missed it, go back, give that a watch. Really, really good stuff. The speed to get sideline to sideline. There's a play on the goal line where he comes across the field to make the stop. Just impressive speed and athleticism from Jordan Ross. Says he got strong and active hands at the point of attack, flashes raw power when defending against the run while shedding blocks, excellent first step and get off, tremendous closing speed in the open field, gains on ball carriers in a hurry. Again, that one play just really sticks out from the film breakdown. Says we'll need to develop a wide array of pass rush moves to reach his ceiling at the next level, but should come with collegiate coaching. Upside is through the roof and has his best ball ahead of him on the younger end of the spectrum for the 2024 recruiting cycle. So again, that is the scouting report on 5-star edge rusher Jordan Ross. And look, I told you guys, I've got some concerns, right? But still, Chad Simmons, his most recent update, says with the Final Four of Alabama, Florida, Tennessee, Texas, I would say the team that's really been attached to his name the most has been the University of Tennessee. He said at one point, Florida and even Georgia, who's now not a finalist, was up there as well. With the official visits in June. But I think over the last 6 to 7 weeks, there's been a buzz around Jordan setting an earlier commitment date at one time back in the spring when he was going to take this into the season and take more visits. But now there's more behind the scenes talk, which has now become public, that he would make a decision before the season. Ultimately, we know that now. Coming up tomorrow night. I like where Tennessee's at. They have obviously been pursuing him for some time, and he has a good relationship with the coaching staff there. Texas and Alabama cannot be counted out. But with less than a week to go, the Vols are in a good spot. Now, what concerns me? What makes me nervous? What makes me anxious going into decision day? We're going to be live streaming it, covering it here, 7:15 p.m. Eastern time. Some people don't like it. They blame me. They blame Coach Jay. They say it's our fault that these kids choose to go elsewhere. But what concerns me? Again, the timing of this, who appears to be trending for Jordan Ross, everything lines up for Tennessee. The quote that scares me, when Jordan Ross put out the top 4 and did not include Auburn, the quote from Austin Price at volquest.com, this was before the Kamarion Franklin decision, said, is somebody laying in the weeds? Meaning, is somebody not included in that top 4 waiting in the weeds to make a move? Now, what does that mean? That was Auburn. There was a lot of buzz, a lot of talk about Auburn and NIL money and going and getting Kamarion Franklin and also Jordan Ross. Now, going into the Franklin decision, everything was trending Auburn. Everybody thought Auburn. I know there were some Ole Miss fans in the chat that night. They felt confident. Ultimately, they landed his commitment. That's what concerns me, because we talk about NIL. We talked a lot about this during the stream. Budgets. You've only got so much money, and that's not just for recruiting the class of 24. That's for your current team. That's for recruiting in the transfer portal. You have limited funds, and none of us see that. We have no idea how much money Spire has. We have no idea how much money Auburn's NIL collective has. What is their budget? How much are they willing to spend for a guy like Kamarion Franklin, for a guy like Jordan Ross? But the fact that they did not win that commitment from Kamarion Franklin, another 5-star defensive lineman, tells me they've got a little cash in the bag. Is Auburn the team that's laying in the weeds that Austin Price is speaking about? Does that concern you? I said going into the weekend, if Kamarion Franklin chose Auburn, I would feel extremely confident about Jordan Ross to Tennessee. If he chose elsewhere, I would be a little nervous about it. He ultimately ends up at Ole Miss. What do you guys say? Jump into the comment section. Let me know if that commitment from Franklin to Ole Miss instead of Auburn makes you nervous? Is Auburn the team that is lying in the weeds waiting to swoop in? We're still going to cover it live right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network tomorrow night, 7:15 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you guys check it out. Do me a favor, smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Jump into the comment section. Curious to know how you guys feel going into this commitment. Also, go check out our merch. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. We appreciate all the support. If you guys picked up merch, drop it out there on Twitter. Tag me up at Boogie Bentley. Would love to see you guys repping the merch. Retweet it. We would appreciate that, but I appreciate the support. I thank you to the members of the channel. You guys, I say it all the time, but truly grateful that I have the opportunity to jump on here and talk Tennessee football, guys, with you every single day for a career, and it's because of you. It's because of the community, so I'm grateful for that. But that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.